In our final top story, we head out on location to the Milford Performing Arts Center over on Main Street. With MPAC's Telethon taking place this weekend here on our sister station, the Milford TV Educational Channel, we decided to get a behind-the-scenes look at what they are hoping to accomplish with the proceeds of the Telethon, which again will be held this Sunday, April 13th. Here are what the folks at MPAC had to say just days before their big event. We are here outside of the Milford Performing Arts Studios with Carol, the director. And Carol, one of the big things that you're hoping to get out of the donations that come out of the Telethon is a facelift outside of here. This is really the first impression that the Milford Performing Arts Center gets to make. So what is really the big thing you're hoping to accomplish outside here?
We need a sign. As you can see, we have signage on the windows. And one of our parents did that many years ago, which is really wonderful. But way up there, we have nothing. A lot of people don't know we're here. When they discover us, they say, oh, we had no idea that you existed. So we really, really need a sign. We've been here 8 years, and everything that you see is has been here at least 8 years. Some of it we brought with us from our previous location, and it pretty much all needs replacing. The carpeting needs to be replaced, the furniture needs to be replaced. It's all been donated. We really haven't purchased much of anything as far as furniture goes yet, but it's in really great need of being replaced and renewed.
We're here now inside the main performance space where the troupe is getting ready to perform The Diary of Anne Frank. And Carol, obviously right now we're still in the early springtime, just getting over some bitter winter cold, but in those summer months here in Milford, it gets pretty toasty in here, I'm sure, and one of the real big things that you're hoping to accomplish through these donations is a new air conditioning system. Tell us a little bit about the system that you have in here right now.
Well, right now we only have one air conditioner right there, and it gets very, very hot in this space in the summer with the lights and with lots of people in the audience and on the stage. It stays pretty much in the 80s, and actors complain, an audience complains, and we apologize and we say, look, we can only afford one air conditioner. There are places for 2 more air conditioners, which would be wonderful. There's a place for one in the back and there's a place for one in the front lobby, and if we could replace those and get more air conditioning flowing throughout, it would be a lot more comfortable for everyone. That's how the whole telethon idea got started. One of our young actresses in one of our summer shows and her father were talking about how hot they were and they were sweating, and she said, well, let's do a telethon and raise money for air conditioning. And her father said, no, can't do that. And he looked into it and did some research and found out that we could indeed do a telethon, and that's why one of the main reasons we're doing it, so we can get air conditioning here and have everybody be comfortable in the summer. As you can tell, we need the pianos tuned. They get a lot of use, and they go out of tune often, and we really need them tuned. We have shows and recitals coming up for which they will be heard. The other thing is, due to the cold winter that we've had, we need to pay our heating bill. The ceilings are high, the space is huge, which we love, but we really need to pay that heating bill now for all the oil we used this winter. Another thing we need in this space specifically is new lights. The lights are fine, except again, not that there's anything wrong with being old, but they're very old, and if we could get new lights, they would be more energy efficient, not burn so many kilowatt hours. They would be a lot more environmentally friendly and cost us less in electricity and give a better light to the actors. We could use decent seating. We set up chairs every time we do a show, but they're not the most comfortable to sit in. They're metal chairs. We'd love to get some with padded backs and padded seats and let the audience enjoy a really comfortable seating experience here. We started out with about 11 students 23 years ago, and now there are about 500 people in and out throughout the course of a year. We do shows that range in size from 10 people to over 100. Our big spring musical is usually over 100 people. Young actors ages 8 to 22. This year we're doing Bye Bye Birdie, and for that we use Milford High School. One student that I used to work with, his name is Tim Dowling. He is now a screenwriter and actor in LA, quite successful. He's done several movies. One of them, I don't know whether you remember it or not, The Beautician and the Beast with Fran Drescher. He played the rebel student in that. And since then, he's continues to act, but he's also written a lot of screenplays, mainly for Adam Sandler. One of them is Just Go With It. He wrote that, Adam Sandler, as you can see, and Jennifer Aniston starred in that, and he's been working with him a lot ever since. I know they have a new project that's coming up soon. A couple more former students. One of them, Nell Pepper, currently performs with the Christmas Revels in Cambridge. There's a picture, a wonderful picture of her right here. And also Danny Futterman, who is an actor and screenwriter, and Bennett Miller, two former students of mine. Danny wrote the screenplay for Caouette. Bennett directed it. They were both nominated for Academy Awards. While they didn't win, Philip Seymour Hoffman, who's also a good friend of theirs, did win for Best Actor. So this was a very exciting time. I got an email from Danny just before he left for the Academy Awards and said, "Can you believe where I'm going?" And the way I remember him, he was very talented, very focused and committed, and just wanted to do everything he could for performing arts. And he did, and he's still doing a wonderful job in it. It's, in addition to giving people a career in the performing arts, it also enables them to have more confidence in themselves, present themselves in a more favorable light. I know students have come back and said, you know, I still do community theater. I haven't established a career in performing arts, but I use the skills I got here when I do presentations. I use the skills I got here when I have to do public speaking. I use the skills that I got here whenever I have to go for a job interview, and it really, really helps. So these are life-building skills that people can just take with them and use everywhere.